Greetings, everyone. This is Pamela Steele, and I would like to share with you something that I got from Schiffer Publishing Limited. It's a finished advanced copy of the Steel Wizard Tarot, The Language of the Soul. Now, anybody who's familiar with the Steel Wizard knows that the original was published and released in 2007. The deck was actually started in October of 1999, so 24 plus years ago. Anyway, this is what they've sent me, and I am absolutely stunned at how beautiful it turned out. Not because I didn't expect it to, but it has really surpassed all of my expectations, from the packaging to what all came with it. On the back of the box, the Steel Wizard Tarot speaks the language of the soul, and that's been our tagline for 20 years now, almost. Anyway, this is the box that it comes in. It is a complete set. It is a magnetic closed box, and as you can see, the inside is just exquisitely, no detail was left undone. This is the new companion book for the deck. Anybody who's got the original set knows that the original companion book was very minimal and didn't have a whole lot of information in it. All it had was, well, a few of the standard things that I like to put in them, like, let's see, what are we talking about here? Well, of course, all the cards, and they had guidelines for interpretation, some spreads, talked a bit about ethics, but this one goes into way, way more detail. And it's dedicated to the mystics, dreamers, prophets, and shaman who reach for the stars and beyond while keeping their feet firmly planted on Mother Earth. I honor you. Now, the table of contents is rather extensive because the foreword was written by Christine Payne Towler, my very dear friend and brilliant woman, and a fabulous human being to top it all off. She is the creator of the Tarot of the Holy Light, she and her partner Michael. And then also the book, The Underground Stream. So all of it but she wrote the foreword for it, and it's really quite spectacular. We're covering tarot ethics, what is tarot, tarot myths and truths, keeping a journal, all of the good stuff that goes on down. It even talks about significator cards, court cards, everything that you could possibly ask. I think I've covered in here. I tried to anyway. This is like 40 plus years of detailed notes and keeping in touch with what's going on around me, I'm hoping. But you've got multiple different spreads in here for those that use spreads. Some of these were designed specifically for this deck, and other ones were just cards or decks that are spreads that are popular, and I wanted to include. There's bits on timing. There's a chart here, a graph, or whatever you want to call it, that for upright and reverse, when you get multiple cards, 4, 3, 2, kings, etc. And that kind of helps too with a little more in-depth reading, so that you're learning to read not just card by card, but you learn to read instead of reading a paragraph or a sentence at a time, it teaches you more than anything to read the whole story at a glance. Anyway, the card description includes quotes from Den Elder. She was the lady who founded World Tarot Day and the Church of Tarot, and she wrote dragon steel meditations for each and every card in this deck. So anyway, this is how we've got the book set up now. It's got your color picture of your card. It talks about how the symbolism and how the card was created and why. And then it goes into the guidelines, both upright and reversed. And then you've got your dragon steel meditation and a place for notes, any place you wanted to keep those. You go through the majors first, and if you know the Steel Wizard at all, you know it's got 6 extra major arcana. So after you get to the World card, which is the final card in your traditional tarot deck, you've got the Weaver, the Universe, and no, it's not another world card. Truth for ultimate truth. Soul twins, no, not the Lover's card. This is about embracing the shadows. Evolution, and the I Am card. And then we go, of course, into the suits, and each of the suits begins with a bit about the elements, zodiac signs, and what they represent, and how they are represented. But the book goes through all of this, and then a few other juicy little details here, there, and yonder. But I've also included the runic symbols that I used in some of the cards. And this is something that I wrote. I can't remember what it was, but it must have been something that I thought needed to be in there. Anyway, and then we have testimonials besides the acknowledgments and the testimonials. And we have them by Benabel Wen. Bless her, I love that woman. Christiana Gaudet, Donnerley de la Rose. She was one of my first, one of the first people I ever did a podcast with was Donnerley, and we had way too much fun. It was called The Maiden's Voyage. Talked about the maidens in the Major Arcana, or the court cards. And then Major Tom and Katrina Wynn all wrote wonderful things about this. Now, this is the good part. When you get to this deck, and yeah, I should have opened it, but I didn't. I just couldn't. I'm just a little bit nervous still. I'm so excited about it. It's hard to explain. But this deck, as opposed to the first two that we published, is borderless, as you can see. It's on a gloss, really nice cardstock, and the back's completely reversible. And we can go through all these if you'd like, but the bottom line here is that they're about the same size, but you can see the images so much more clearly now because of the way that they're, oops, I'm making a mess here, because of the way that they are borderless. And what they've done is we've gone ahead and color coded, so the text box for the majors are purple. We had a bit of a discussion, and boy, do they have a wonderful art department there at Schiffer Red Feather. It's just phenomenal. These people totally know their stuff, and they really, really, really come above and beyond for what they do. And wands, we've got that in kind of a gold orange. And where are we? Some of the colors are a little more vivid than others, but if you look, they're kind of translucent. So what happens is whenever you've got two different background colors, you've got a darker background color here, they're still the same gold orange. It's just that it kind of shows through here a bit, which I really like that. I think it was kind of a brilliant stroke on their part. And then we're going to get into the cups. And if you see the cups, it's kind of a blue-green. And again, borderless, and the vivid colors. They've just done an exceptional job on this, and I'm really nervous about doing all this, just because I'm so excited. The pentacles, it's red, or the text box is red. And there again, you can see where some of the lighter colors, it doesn't look like it matches, but it really, really does. It's just that you can see through the text box to more of the image here. Okay? Anyway, where'd my swords go? I missed something. Aha! There's the swords. There's the swords. And they come in a lovely blue. Okay? Anyway, kind of excited here. A little bit nervous because, it's only been over 20 years since I decided to publish this deck. And so when I was offered the opportunity after 2 other publications where I did it, I self-published the first 2. Thought, well, let's give this one a shot and see how I have to admit, I am beyond stoked and beyond thrilled with the beautiful job that Schiffer has done, Schiffer Red Feather has done on this 3rd edition of this Dual Wizard, The Language of the Soul. And it is going to be available for retail the end of October. I believe I was told October 28th. So that I'm going to put that in I'll put this below in the description so that you can pre-order it if you'd like to. Otherwise, it'll be available at all major outlets, distributors by the end of October, if all goes according to plan. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody who has loved this deck over the years and supported and been there with all the, and I'm going to get all choked up here. So thank you so much, all of you. But this isn't just my victory. We did this together. So thank you again. And I love you all.